Edmonkey! 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 Hello YouTube! This is Edmonkey and welcome to one of my fantastic emblem making tutorials or whatever it is. Today we're going to be doing a monkey with headphones, or a monkey with gaming headphones is what I went for. And a subscriber asked for this, so I decided to do it, and this is it. This is what I've come up with. So let's get started. I've done it in real time again to make it easier for people to follow. So first off we use is an axe, and it is brown, and it is brown number 7, and I'll go from the top of the list of the colour down to the bottom, so it's the 7th number down of the brown. And what you want to do with here is just have the point coming about 2 blocks in, as you can see there, of the rounded part of the axe. Next thing you get is the windsock, and you want to have this as purple number 1, and you want to move this to layer number 1 underneath like that, and you just want it poking through the back end basically of the axe. The next shape you're going to use is a copy of layer 1, and then you're going to move this one to layer 1, so it's a copy of the windsock, and you're going to make it bigger because the purple bit is like the inside of the mouth, and then this layer is another part of his kind of skin colour or facial colour, because you have the hair colour and then you have the facial colour, and you just want to make this one bigger, and you want to put it where I'm putting it here. So I'm just kind of manoeuvring it round in the middle of that, and then I want to do, look, I just move in the purple a bit more like that just to make it look like a bigger lip, because this is what I did. The next shape we're going to use is going to be the heart shape when I get to it. Where is it? There it is. Right, so the heart shape you're going to make is going to be brown number 7. And this is the same as the other ones. Brown number 7 will be layer 1 now, the other windsock, and the brown axe that is used at the top. So it's all the same colour of the skin colour like so. And what you want to do is you kind of want to put it slightly tilting to the right a bit, so it's like diagonally down, because you want to have what it is the way he's looking. He's looking like with a sideways angle, so you see in the right hand side of, or his left hand side, our right to what we're looking at, of his face. So it's kind of tilted down a little bit. Then what you want to do is make another copy of the windsock, and you're going to make that black, move that to layer 1, and this is just to do the outlines. Now what we're gonna do is do all the outlines for each one, but what you want to do with these is, I want a slightly thicker line. Well, this is just how I do it. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but if you want to make it the same, then you want a slightly thicker line on the left hand side, so the right hand side, the lower side is going to be a thinner black line, and just darker on the outer, because this is going to be the outer line. You just want that slightly thicker like so. So the next thing we do is make a copy of the axe, as you can see, like I've done there, and again this is going to be black. You move that to layer number 4, and then we make a copy of the heart, and you'd make that black as well. Move that to layer number 6. Actually, I'll move it to layer number 5 actually, because of the axe as well. And you just want to put that behind the heart, and again I fiddle around with this heart actually a couple of times just to get it right, but to fit the headphone in, because he wanted a headphone on it. He said, can you make me a funny monkey with a headphone? He says, cool emblem for one of my other monkeys, and he just wanted one with headphones, so this is what I've done. So yeah, that's what I came up. I did it with a quick sketch, if you saw it at the beginning of the video. Didn't take me long, just a couple of minutes, quickly sketched that drawing, and then it was just giving me a rough guide of what I was going to do. And I know this picture isn't exactly the same as the sketch I did, but you're not going to get it exactly the same, so I just went off with what I want. And look here, I'm making it smaller again. I make the heart smaller, both of them, layer 5 and number 7, just a little bit like that, and I'm moving the black around a bit, and I do this a few times, so it's just trial and error. You just got to keep moving it until it looks right, and when you add more shapes sometimes it changes the way the picture looks, so you've just got to make it different again, like I did there. So what is the next shape we use? The next shape is going to be, this is half a short hair now, this is, and you want to make this brown number 2, I believe it is, and we're going to move this to layer 1, and you're going to stick that behind the hearts like so, and it's just like the top of the hair sticking out. I'm pretty sure it's brown 2, yeah, brown 2. We shall go to it now, here we go. There we go, brown number 2. You can use whatever colour you want. You don't even have to make him brown if you want. You can have a blue monkey if you really want it. But I went with monkey brown, and monkey brown is brown 2 in my eyes. So that's what I use. So we make a copy of that layer 1, flipped it round and move it to layer 2 to do the other side of his hair like so. Then the next thing we do is we get half a short hair again, and we're going to move this to layer 1 again, and we're going to make this brown 2 as well, but this one is going to go at the bottom just behind the mouth area, so for like a tuft to come round just underneath his chin kind of thing, because they're like, the faces sit in the middle of their face and then they have like tufts of hair all around their face, don't they, monkeys? And you just have like that middly bit which is like skin, where no hair grows on monkeys. Well, actually some monkeys do, if you think about it. Spider monkeys, maybe they have all hair on it. Might be more like a cat kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know every monkey there is. I should do as I am Edmonkey, but some don't. But more the chimp things don't. So anyway, let's move on. The next one we use is the pillow, and it's just black. Stick that right in the middle. It's a perfect nose shape, so I just bung that in the middle of his face like I do there. And you just put it at a slightly angle, kind of the same angle as you have the heart. Next we get is a full circle, like so, and we're going to make it black like that, and just stick it there on the right of his head, because this is going to be the one you're going to see at the front of the head, kind of headphone, and this is just going to be like the black outline. And again, now I've put the circle there, I do move the layer 8, the heart, a little bit just to change it out. And again, I will move it again later. I'll just have to fiddle with it. It's just what you got to do. You got to make it look right. So what we do then is we make a copy of layer 12, and you're just going to make that, I'll call this light blue because there's 2 rows of blue, the lighter blue number 3. And you can use again whatever colour you want. I did do a red version of this, and the headphones basically, not a red monkey. The monkey was still brown, but I just did the headphones as red. So what's the next shape we're going to go into? Right, next shape is going to be a smile outline, and we're going to leave this in layer 14. And it's just going to be black, and this is just to make it look more 3D, and you want to bend it round like I did there, trying to follow the shape of the actual circle, and then it makes it look more 3D and like flat on that edge like I did there. Right, so now we get a curved line, and this is going to be again light blue number 3, or whatever colour you have chosen for your headphones. Then that will be moved to layer 12 like I did there, and you just want to put it through the hair like I am here, like tilting it round, and put it behind, because this has got to go behind the 2 circles or the headphone, because it's coming out of the top and you want the shadow or the outline of the circle. So the next shape we go on to is going to be the gold flag, and again you're going to make this light blue number 3, the same colour or the same colour of whatever you chose for your headphones. And I'm going to move this to layer 13 in a bit. I actually leave it here for a moment, and I'll get a smile outline in a second like that. And now what you want to do here is actually you just want to try and line it up and like squeeze and squish and stretch it a little bit to kind of be the same size as the curved line as I've done there. And you kind of have the pointy bit going off so it looks like it's being tucked away behind his hair. So as I put here, layer number 17 is going to be the black line, and I have to move this to layer 13 like so, and then I'm like, oh, what's going on? And that's because I have left the gold flag where it is, so I have to move the gold flag behind the black line, and that now becomes layer 14. And then so the smile outline is just to put a bit of shadow on the front, or line, as you can see there, and the back doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it. Just kind of gives it that 3D look. And then I just have a little, I just make the hair a little shorter in layer number 3, or a little bigger even, I mean. And I just, now I put the headphone in it, it made it look better if I made it a bit bigger. Then I make layer 8 and layer 10 a bit bigger, which is going to be his eyes again. See, I keep fiddling with this. I just, you know, once you add shapes into it, because like with most of my emblems, I'm just doing this off the cuff, you know, I'm not, like I said, I just had a sketch, and I deleted the heart there and then redid it. You don't have to do that. But it's just because I messed up the shape. I wanted to reset it, but for some reason I deleted it. So what I did was a sketch, and I'm just going off the sketch. So sometimes I've got to alter shapes and stuff. I haven't pre-done this, so I don't really know what I'm doing until I do it. So what I do here now is we're going to move layer 12, 13 and 14, which are the strap to your headphones, back a little bit because mine were kind of touching the eye and I didn't want that. I wanted the gap between that and the eyebrows or the skin colour. I wanted it just sitting in the hair. So that's what we do there. Then we get a bone and we're going to make this black, and you want to move this to layer 14 like so. When I get it, here we go, and this is going to be like the little speaker thing, like the little microphone that comes out. And the reason you put it into layer 14 is because you want it to be behind the headphones. And I basically just stretched the bone out a little bit. I didn't really do much to it, just literally stretched it out a little. So I put that there. And oh right, so again, now what I do here is I move when I get the bone in the right shape is what I thought. And I was like, because of this one I'm fiddling with it again because it seems too long, and it shouldn't have been that long really for what it is. It just seems very long because they're not normally that long, the headset thing. So I end up moving layer 16, layer 17, layer 18 down a bit, which is the headphone. But because you've got the picture to go off, I mean, you could follow this step by step, but because you've got the picture to go off, you might not even have to do what I'm doing here because you've already got the photo to go off. And whereas I'm just making this, you know, as it goes, that's why I keep adjusting things. So if you actually have the photo to go off, it'll be probably easier. So now what we do is just make a copy of the bone shape like so, and we're going to make this light blue number 3, and we're going to move this to number 16 because we want it to be behind the headphone sets again. What I did with this again is I left the thicker line on the outer side onto the left because you don't want, well, you do what you want it to look like is the kind of shadow and also an outline at the same time. So next shape, what do we go for? Can we find shape? Find the shape. Right, it's going to be the full circle. Now you're going to move this full circle to layer 1, and I make it black. First I make it blue, but then I make it black because I think, well, I might as well do the outline first, then just put the blue in, because then I can get the shape right to where it is and where I want it to be. And now this is going to be like your other side of the headphone, or the headset, headset, whatever you want to call it. If it's a gaming kind of sense, I imagine it's a headset people call it, don't they? And then basically you make a copy of this layer 1, and you're going to move this to layer 2 after you've made it to light blue number 3, or whatever chosen colour for your headset. Don't make it light blue number 3 if you've done a pink headset for the rest. It'll just look off. It won't look right then, will it? Or or a green, or whatever you fancy. And then I move these for the black one to layer 3 and the one to layer 4, because I just wanted it in front of the hair, so the hair looked like it was coming out from behind it. So that's the next. So that's what we do with those. I just preferred the hair coming behind it. That was basically it, like that. And next shape we get is half a long hair. Now we're going to make this brown number 2, the same colour as the hair, or whatever colour you chose to make your monkey. And I'm going to move this to layer 1 because this is kind of like his little body shape, and so it wants to be behind everything. So there we go, I'll put it onto brown number 2. And I kind of like squish and stretch this a little bit. I play around with it a little bit like so. And I'm just trying to, I flipped it there, you see, and I'm just trying, and then I was trying to get it in the shape, and then I thought I'll squish it down, put it there, and then, so you just got to play around with it, what looks right. And I do move it again a little later anyway, just tilt it a little bit, not majorly, just a little bit. So then I make a copy of layer 2, which is the half a short hair, and we're going to make this black, and then you're going to want to move it all the way back to layer 2 now, this will become. And this is going to be like your shadow underneath, so you're going to make this 65% opacity or opaqueness, or whatever you want to call it, and it's just going to be the shadow. So then I'll move layer 1 a little bit now here, and layer 2, just to get the kind of shape that I want. Now see, look, I like tilted a little bit, so because I want the head to look like he's like looking almost up at like a screen kind of thing. So I'll just tilt the body a little bit. And I think this is like, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Ren and Stimpy, and the way, when I look at the emblem, if you look at it, I think it looks kind of like a Ren and Stimpy kind of thing. With the eyes, I think it's, because they always used to do big eyes. When they were sad, huge big like eyes with lights kind of shining in them. So, right, what do we do now? We go to layer 24 we're at. So this is going to be a bone, and you're just going to make this brown number 6. So it's basically one darker one darker, because brown's going down, aren't we? So it would be lighter, number 7. Then the actual skin colour. So whatever skin colour you've chosen, just go one darker than it. I've done brown, number 6, and it's just to put that little indentation that they kind of have underneath your nose, like so. That's a nice, quick, easy one to do. Then we go to layer 25, which is going to be a full circle, and you're going to want to make this black, like that. Because what I do is do the outlines first, because I kind of knew I was going to have enough shapes for this. So what I try and do here is I try and stick it into the whole shape of the eye, because I wanted like nice big eyes. That's what I was going for. But the headphone's in the way, so I'm like, way in the way, Mr. Flipping Headphone. So again, I have to go back to now, which is layer 21, 22, and 23, and move these flipping headphones slightly more to the right and down a little bit. I think I move it just slightly more to the right and that, so I could fit the eye in how I wanted it. So it's just, I mean, you might not have to do this. If you've moved the shape to where you wanted it in the first place, then you probably won't have to do this. But because I have stuck it there, and it was in my flipping way again, if I'd have moved the monkey head, maybe started a little further over, it may have been easier to fit the headphone in. But I got it how I liked it. I like it like this. I like it how it ended up. So it's all good. It's all good how it ended up. So I'll just make a copy now of layer 25 and move into layer 26, which is going to be his other eye, and we'll just have a little fiddle around moving that in the right place like so. Then I make a copy of layer 26, and you're going to make it white and have that as layer 27, and just shrink it a little bit because this is going to be the white in the eye. Make a copy of layer 25, make that white and shrink it down a little bit to make the other white in the opposite eye, like so. So now we're at layer 29. Now layer 29, you just want to go grab another full circle, because it's not going to be the same shape as the eye. This is more rounded. It's literally, you don't have to squish it or do anything with it. Just get it round, stick it in the middle of the eye, or wherever you want to put it, whichever way you want him to be looking. Make another copy of that, move that to layer 30 and put it in the other eye, like I do here. And I do have a little fiddle around, just move it up a little bit because he looked a bit dodgy, a bit wonky. So that's that one done. So now for layer 31, I get Frenzy Killer, and I make it yellow, number 5 down, and just stick it in the headphone. Now you can use whatever, like skull or whatever shape you want. I've only had one shape left to use for it, so it has to be kind of one shape to use. And I just thought the skull made it look a bit like a Skull Candy's headphone, so I stuck it in there like so. And there we go, and I made it yellow. Again, use whatever colour you want. So for the last shape, we get Triple Kill, and you're going to make this white and 40% opaqueness or opacity. Now what you want to do with this is you want to get one of the bullets in one eye, one on the other eye, and one on the headphone, and it looks like a glare of a telly and like a shimmer in the eye, and that's what I was going for. So I think this is pretty much it. You can watch the last bit as I do it here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have and you want to see more emblems by me, or you have any suggestions for emblems, just leave it in the comments, and please subscribe if you want to see any more. I'd say Edmonkey out! Edmonkey out!
Edmonkey, 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 hey.